Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Serving first on one, MPVA.
Welcome back to the 2025 Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. After a heartbreaking loss, the Lady Knights admitted na sayang kahapon na short pass sa last set. Now they were struggling early in the game until a spark from the sidelines changed everything. Nagising lang kami sa sinabi ni Coach na dito na tayo, ba't di pa natin ilaban? Doon kami nabuhayan, sabi nila. And in that fight, it was Abby Noval who rose above the pressure. Talagang nilalaban niya. Nag-step up siya as a senior and as a leader, they said. Grateful na sila ni Tinay ang bumuhay sa team. Now, Abby herself shared na pagod. Pero inangat ako ng teammates ko. Nakita ko na gusto talaga nila manalo, kaya doon umangat yung confidence ko. And now, on their final game, the Lady Knights promise one last push. All out na talaga. Kailangan pa rin namin patunayan sarili namin. Ipakita kung sino talaga kami. And as they look back on the journey, they carry pride through every hardship. Because as they say, despite everything we've been through, it was still a good run. Balik sa inyo, Jong and Hans.
Maraming salamat, Fiona, for that report. It was, of course, a regret na tila ba napapaalala pa rin ng kupunan ng San Juan upon their game against Negros yesterday. Still, with their showing as of the moment, Balingit starting off strong. Just like what you said, it is them still going at 100% to finish the season and to finish their last game. Caloocan still looking for their footing. Maybe this free ball is going to help them. Yeva goes a little soft, and that's enough to get a point para sa Caloocan. Yeva currently has 3 attack points out of the 4 conversions nitong Caloocan to have come from errors. Make that 3 as Manukay misses out on the contact, putting San Juan just at a 3-point advantage. Balingit again with the power shot. They go to Mia. Rhea's been quiet so far, yet to secure her first point. Look at Shika Espinosa go. Another free ball for Caloocan. Both teams trying to figure out what they can do, and in the end, Shika Espinosa has only had a single point so far para sa Caloocan in this set. Still trying to shrug off the travel jitters because they weren't really here yesterday. They just started showing up ngayon para sa kanilang huling laban ng season. Manukay also heading back after that error. The AM Spikers keeping it close. Dig from Manalo gives it back to the blue shirts. And what a find mula kay Nitura to propel them up by 4 yet again. Great read from Nitura, just noticing that there was a gap on the defense. 2 blockers committing on her right away. Balingit serve goes out. And San Juan, they might have built the lead. But it is still Ricadiolan and Caloocan within striking distance. But fortunately for San Juan, they've had some answers in set number 1. was a great running attack, well executed. Itong si Lim wanted to answer. They give it to Rhea. Not happening just yet. Val goes a little soft, but Rico is there. Shika attacks. Aubrey was there. Muntikan pang maregalo. And it worked better for Tony and for San Juan. This is 14 serving 9. Manalo still can't buy herself a point on that one. It's been a slightly cold start para kay Rhea Manalo. And only 4 points so far na na-produce mula sa attacks or sa blocks nitong Caloocan AM Spikers. So the errors would really have to be toned down if they would want to proceed and make things a closer fight. Tin can't find it. That was Nieva with another smart play. Going off speed, finding the middle of the court for point number 4. Dara has been keeping Caloocan close to the best of their abilities. Shika goes to Rhea, and finally, the cold streak is over for Rhea Manalo. You see Shika Espinosa giving a bit of a flashback to what happened 2 or 3 games ago, where she was the starting setter of the team in the absence of Yolanda Nyap. But the middle was also activated. Nitura with another point, as it was really a single block that was not enough to handle Nitura as San Juan leads by 6.
Projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusop.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Also powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our media partners Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. You are still watching MPVA Season 2. It is Hans Galeria, Jong Panerio, and of course Fiona Bacani at courtside. And it is San Juan getting a 4-point advantage in set number 1. But that is Abby Noval increasing the lead to 5 points. Noval has had the green light all throughout the season. One of the seniors of this team, just like what Fiona has mentioned kanina, stepping up big time. Noval still gonna toss it back, and that goes in. What a spike from Abby Noval. From a broken play, still finding the back Lacerna. All she could do is watch as the lead goes back to 6. What a scramble from San Juan. Quick number 2. Ledesma can't find it. Here's Noval yet again. Lim was even clapping. She was so proud of Nitura upon that spike, as that was a power spike presented by Smart Power All 99. You gotta load now. Lim was clapping, Nitura was setting, and Oval was scoring. Let's listen in on Caloocan.
Natin ngayon kapag dumikit na tsaka tayo alagwa ha. Wala tayong choice kasi sayang kasi yung opener nilang maliit, puro long lang naman talaga siya, puro dulot pinapalo niya ha. Huwag kayong mag-expect na pa-first time naman siya. Sila. Ganito may maiwan palagi sa likod para doon sa goal ha.
Just based on the tone alone na nanggaling dito kay Coach Mike, it seems like he is still asking more from the girls with how they want to approach this. Caloocan has had some share of ups and downs for the season and also for this specific set. But San Juan is starting to pull away. Julan runs. Yeva gives. Now it's Noval. Blocked. Abby tries. The team cheering for Tony Nitura as she sets yet again. But Chica Espinosa, on the other hand, will give a point. One of the more polished plays, a back row attack. Lim can't handle, and Chica gets another point. Almost a solid serve from Ledesma if it went in, but it did not. An unforced error from the middle blocker. But San Juan back up by 7. Julan goes. Nieva with a good shot. Casey positions, places, and scores. The combination of both Noval and Balingit has contributed 7 points already in the attacking department. Nieva, on the other hand, wanted to go with power, just not enough angle to make something happen. Iviano or Piano will now be checking into this ball game. Same could be said para kay Dahab, as the first substitutions locked in for both teams. That's combination. Still kept alive, but nobody to get the second ball, as Tine Calia will be getting her first point in this game. Zonzi was there, just not another person to get that ball from happening, but Abby returns the favor. Lead goes back to 9, but this is already quite a comfortable lead para sa San Juan. Orpiano locks in for yet another point that puts San Juan at set point. And that was a power spike presented by Smart Power All 99. You gotta load now. Evian very satisfied with how that one looked. Running attack didn't work so much, but it would be enough to put Espinosa at an off angle and for San Juan to take set number 1 with a really comfortable advantage, in spite of Maya being in a difficult position. Nagawan pa ng paraan, and that's a 25-14 set 1 for San Juan.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, Activate the eSIM and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Pilipinas! Handa na ba kayong mamangha at mabighani sa ganda ng aming lalawigan? Kaya ano pang hinihintay nyo? Samahan nyo akong libutin to. Tara na sa Quezon! Sa katimugang bahagi ng Luzon, matatagpuan ang probinsyang may malawak at mayamang anyong tubig. Maraming lugar ang unti-unti nang nakikilala dahil sa mga nakamamangha nitong karagatan, waterfalls, beaches at iba pang mga destinasyong dinarayo na ng mga turista mula sa iba't ibang lugar. Tiyak na mapapawaw ka sa mga white sand beaches na paboritong puntahan ng mga local at foreign beach lovers. Bukod kasi sa puting buhangin, mapapansin rin ang malinis nitong kapaligiran na plus
25-14. San Juan doing a little bit of everything at the end or at the latter parts ng ating unang set of the first game of this match day. It was contributions from a few different players. A total of 6 players mula sa San Juan Lady Knights have already scored. Mula sa kanilang kupunan, Caloocan tried to keep it close in the early stages. Pero nung dumating yung kanilang mga errors that have plagued them in their first set, I think that's what made it so much difficult para sa kupunan ng Caloocan to bounce back. As you're looking at it away, 10 out of the 25 points nitong San Juan ay galing sa errors nitong Caloocan, which is again quite unfortunate for them because they would have wanted for that to happen. And the attacks mas pulido na nanggagaling sa kupunan ng San Juan. 14-7 kalahati ang kanilang naging kalamangan dito. Even the block was also there in favor of San Juan. So there is some tinkering to do. Kung ikaw ang Caloocan, started off with multiple points na nanggagaling kay Dara Nieva, who already has 4. Presumably, we would see more of her in set number 2 at sa mga susunod pang sets if Caloocan would still be able to make their way back into this set. It is still set number 2, and there still could be a lot of time for them to do just that. Julan was there. Lim goes to Nitura. Julan has had the task of getting majority of those first balls. Probably the reason why they haven't really orchestrated their offense quite well. Pero dahil doon, that was a net touch mula sa Caloocan. A point will be awarded right away for San Juan. But going back to what I was saying a while ago, it seems like San Juan is really giving the ball para dito kay Rica Diolan, just so she wouldn't have the opportunity to set here for her team. Here she goes now. Shika goes back. That would be enough as the captain gets the first point for set 2 para sa Caloocan. A much needed point here for momentum building. Itong nakuhang puntos ni Shika Espinosa. Noval goes power. Shika attacks. They get it right back. And that was Nieva. Another attack, another point for Caloocan. Just great sense of urgency, knowing that the defense wasn't set up yet. She just had to go. And same as the way that ball went after Shika goes for an arrow. And that's already 3 straight points mula dito sa Caloocan, putting up a fight early on. Now Julan doesn't have to move. Manalo gets a point. Another for Caloocan. And you're looking at this game's community cam powered by PusoP.com. Your game, your community. You gotta join now. Some volleyball fans here in Quezon, enjoying the action and enjoying the game. Still have two more later on. Noval. Oh, what an attack. What an approach from the scoring ace of San Juan. Abby just went down the line for that. What a contact. Oh my goodness. Gears are finally active, and that was a power spike presented by Smart Power, all 99. Load now from Rika to Zonchi. Zonzi gets her first point. But Noval realizes that it's not about power most of the time. The variety of attacks na nanggagaling kay Abby Noval. Her experience just catering towards San Juan very well, cutting the lead down to 2. Attack from Tin would be more than enough, as San Juan closes the gap down to a single deficit. This is 4 serving 5. Make that point number 6 para sa Caloocan after that service error. Again, there have been a lot of errors from both of the teams in that first set. San Juan had 7, Caloocan had 10. And this is an ace. Secured right away. Rhea Manalo starting to heat up. In set number 2, she has 3. Great placement, but Sabas can't do anything about it. He wanted to go quick. Ball thrown back. Itong AM Spikers. Shika tosses it back. And that is going to be an error. Mula sa isa sa mga bagong pasok nitong si Coach Bernie Cresonogo. Now it's Caloocan with an 8-4 advantage.
Plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
You are still watching the 2025 Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. Now in their final game of the season, Caloocan leans once more on one of its truest pillars, homegrown standout Rhea Manalo, a steady presence since the league's inaugural year. Now for her, the proudest moments aren't trophies, but the family and the relationships that they've built along the way. Yung bonding, kahit saglit lang, and mostly Caloocan itself. Andito pa rin kami, lalo na kaming mga homegrown, sabi nga niya. And today, she carries one mission. We're playing to represent Caloocan. It's a privilege to be the go-to players of the city at sa dinami-rami ng pwedeng kunin kami agad, kami ang pinili. Now, Rhea chooses Caloocan right back. She says she'll always be coming back because this is her passion and her first love. Kahit ilang beses ko nang gustong sumuko, babalik at babalik pa rin ako sa Caloocan at sa volleyball. And today, she plays for pride, for the sacrifices and for everything she's worked hard for all her life. Back to you, Jong and Hans.
Maraming salamat, Fiona, for that one. MPVA just really given a lot of opportunities, especially for homegrown talents, whether you're a vet, whether you're One of the newer players looking for a chance. And the former can be how you describe itong si Rhea Manalo. But on the other hand, that's another point mula kay Tinekalia. The mission is there for Caloocan, just like Fiona has mentioned kanina, pero Noval is not making it easy for them to do just that. As Noval gets another ace. Now Nieva stops this streak. And Dara will get the lead right back para sa Caloocan. It's been a back and forth affair in set number 2. Great approach, great angle, great point for Caloocan. Shika stops it right in front of the blockers, and Caloocan is up by 2 again. The AM Spikers making their match more interesting than it is already. Rhea does the same thing. More angles have been working so well para sa Caloocan in this match. Just the adjustment on the timing of the spikes na binibitawan dito. Oh, another one. Pero sa mga oras na yon, si Sabas naman ang pupuntos para sa kanyang kupunan as Javen scoreless in the first set. Wasn't really present in that first set, but now looking to make even more impact. Ledesma, this time with an answer. Was also scoreless in spite being part of that first 6. But things have changed. Ledesma is now on the board. What a hit from Aying. Sabas does the same and squeezes it in front of the blockers. Doing great towards that attempt. Then goes a little short. Javen had to adjust. Shika wanted to go all power, but the height was missing. So this is now 2 straight points para sa San Juan rather. The Lady Knights just down by 1. What an answer mula kay Shika Espinosa. Both of the team's offenses are starting to flow much better compared to set number 1 because we're seeing attacks from multiple players. Both Lim at itong si Julan have been activating them so well in this second set. And for Julan, she's been more active upon getting those digs for her team. Lacerna kept it alive. Shika had to hit the pole. No room for her to make something happen there. That's a point for Nitura and San Juan. Nitura now has 3. Almost an attempt. Dahab just tosses it back. What a strike, but Lacerna was ready. Regalo yata. Rica Torrea. Abby was there. Oh, what an effort. Shika just got a little too excited upon getting that ball to the other side. And now, Both teams are tied up. I guess they're gonna huddle up with Coach Mike here.
Lang sa atin. Kumbaga nag-error tayo sa easy ball. Sayang, sa atin kasi ang ganda ng score natin na talagang effort na papalo. Go lang, go lang.
There's a reminder mula kay Coach Mike Palermo na huwag sanang sayangin yung opportunities na meron sila because before this timeout, and if you just tuned in, Caloocan was leading by at least 3 points. That was 12-9. And then a mini run nitong San Juan has placed them within a tie before that Reo Manalo point. Great response coming off a timeout. Only a single blocker and it was Lim as well. So mas madaling makita yung field sa pagkakataon na yon. But the service will not work in favor of Caloocan. Point goes to the blue side. They went quick again. That was the second time Dahab was there at the middle. Honestly feel like they need more of that. Attack from Noval won't go. Lefty won't happen as well, which means a free ball para sa San Juan. Setting up for Tin. Ledesma. Great read mula kay Angge to place Caloocan up by 2 once again, building a comfortable cushion. Tin can't find an opening in Angge's wall, and Ledesma puts Caloocan up by 2.
Projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusopi.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Also powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our media partners Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. And that right there was a response coming out of a technical timeout as Tinekalia is going to be getting that point. Tinekalia, after scoring only 1 in that first set, he now has a total of 5. Rhea goes. Myla was ready. To Api. And San Juan gets another point. Noval picking up on her performance from yesterday. A 25-point performance. Now she's at 9. Great. Cut shot from Nieva. The approach to go down the line has worked so well for them in this game. Lead goes back to them. But San Juan reinstates themselves at a 7-point advantage. Or should I say, at an all-17 affair again. Kagulatan ng dalawang teams. Nieva wasn't ready. And that's a point para sa San Juan. At ngayon sila naman ang lalamang. Goes over. Lacerna was ready. Rika to Ange. What an attack. Quick to quickly respond nung Caloocan. That was a great read mula kay Rika Jolan. Seeing that there was only one blocker in front of Angge. She just had to go and give her a point. Sabas. That hits the antenna. And Caloocan will be getting the lead right back. Seesaw in terms of points ang ating nakikita ngayon. Oh, that's an ace. Daranyeva getting another. Every time San Juan would want to go for a run, Caloocan's been getting it right back. And now, we'll listen in to the blue shirts.
Pag tumatlo yung lamang niyan, 4, mawawalan kayo. Mawalan kayo ng moral. Kaya kailangan dikitan nyo lang yan, ha? Tara. Nasakot agad.
The order has been clear para kay Coach Bernie Crisologo or mula kay Coach Bernie. It's to not let Caloocan lead by 4. Keep it a close fight. And will San Juan be able to do that? Single coverage mula kay Aying. Now it's double kontra kay Shika. And that's enough for San Juan to close it out. Just a great effort mula kay Aying. She was the one to get that point. Now just down by 1. Baling it also back into the front line. Ekalia will also miss in that service. Lead goes back to 2, but it is still not 4. Still a lot more room to work with itong San Juan if they want to get back, but Caloocan is up by 2. The back, Sabas. Great effort mula kay Manalo to keep that alive. Balingit. That ball goes out. Block touch point para kay Casey. Casey been a little quiet in this second set. Does not change the fact that she is still a threat whatsoever. Espinosa goes out. And we are all tied up at 21 points apiece. Almost a point for both teams, but did not work for either. Shika kept it alive. Now she'll strike. Sabas. That ball still in play. Nitura finds the middle, and San Juan has the advantage. 3 straight points mula sa San Juan Lady Knights. What an attack from Nitura to bring them up by 1. I think we gotta have to listen in to Caloocan.
Abang pa-crucial pa tapos yung game, dapat pabilis tayo ng pabilis. Bumabagal siya eh, ha? Kaya. Ba't mataas eh?
Coach Mike talks spacing. The full steam that Caloocan had in that early moments of set number 1 ay medyo bumagal. which goes less than his liking. And that's an error.
Number 8, Chica Espinosa. Number 15, Souza Raslan A.
Raslan is going to be the one here. Eyeing service. Raslan would go. And it's quite unfortunate that after the substitution, the same thing happened. This is 5 straight points galing sa San Juan. They look to try to answer. What a block. Keeping things alive itong Caloocan. I believe that went off the hands of Zonzi. San Juan just needs one more point, but Caloocan saves at least the set point. Maybe 2. Yes, it will. Rhea Manalo will deliver just enough to keep Caloocan floating in this set number 2. They still have one more to go for, but San Juan, they're talking things about it right now.
Tapos na.
Coach Bernie only said 2 words. Tapos na. End this. You don't want to be in a tiring deuce together with Caloocan, who has proven to have a lot of fighting spirit from the start. A free ball again. Jolanto Manalo. Kale was there. Sabas goes a little soft. Another chance. Casey goes strong. Nieva tosses it back. Nitura finds Lacerna. Raslan. Baling it again. Great punch. Turea. And that goes in. The shield of the Lady Knights coming in handy. Manalo stopped by Nitura and Balingit to close out the second set. It is 25-23. San Juan just needs one more.
Pilipinas, handa na ba kayong mamangha at mabighani sa ganda ng aming lalawigan? Kaya ano pang hinihintay nyo? Samahan nyo akong libutin to. Tara na sa Quezon! Sa katimugang bahagi ng Luzon, matatagpuan ang probinsyang may malawak at mayamang anyong tubig. Maraming lugar ang unti-unti nang nakikilala dahil sa mga nakamamangha nitong karagatan, waterfalls, beaches at iba pang mga destinasyong dinarayo na ng mga turista mula sa iba't ibang lugar. Tiyak na mapapawaw ka sa mga white sand beaches na paboritong puntahan ng mga local at foreign beach lovers. Bukod kasi sa puting buhangin, mapapansin rin ang malinis nitong kapaligiran na plus point sa mga bumibisita. Marami rin ang nabibighani sa nagagandahang rock formations at sa makapigil hiningang mga alon na perfect para mag-surfing. Hindi lang yan, meron ding mga lawa na pwede ninyong puntahan para mag-relax at mag-get together kasama ang inyong pamilya o barkada. Kung ikaw naman ay nature lover at mahilig sa mga thrilling adventures, maraming lugar sa Quezon ang maaaring puntahan na tiyak na ma-enjoy ninyo. Bukod sa mga tourist destinations, mayaman din ang lalawigan ng Quezon.
After trailing in the early moments ng ating set number 2, it has been the answers na nanggagaling sa kupunan ng San Juan as they come alive late through the contributions of different players. Caloocan has had their offense going. That's what we've been trying to say right from the start. But in the later stretch, nagkaroon ng cold streak itong Aeon Spikers. They even lead in terms of attacks and aces. And with those other commitments that they've had, yung blocks ay tied din. Pero yung kanilang errors are still even lowered by at least 1 down. Is still 5 more than the errors na nakomit nitong San Juan. Thus, the advantage well taken care of ng kanilang kupunan, and they have managed to finish it off. Coach Bernie Cresologo talked about them finishing it while they were already at set point. At yan ang kanilang nagawa. So all momentum riding the side of them as of the moment. At the back, to attack, Noval. Melendres, isa rin sa mga bagong pasok. Middle blocker. Para sa kanila sa ngayon, and Raslan breaks through the wall. Great approach from Raslan in spite of a double blocker. The approach was earlier, so it was easier for Raslan. Getting her first point. But Yolan misses on her attempt from the service. Rhea goes. And that will not even graze Caloocan players, as it was 4 touches. Noval went a little low on that approach, so Caloocan will have the lead once again. Tin. Susan was there. They go for a little bit of combination, but it would not work as the ball goes out. And it works in favor of Caloocan. So again, the same thing from set number 2 has happened. Unti-unting nakakapundar ng kalamangan itong Caloocan. Let's see if they can take care of it and build up even more. That's a quick, working well for Melendres. Almost less contact, but still minimal contact for maximum impact. Melendres just does enough. They go middle. Eyeing will just do what is necessary to get another point for her team. Yolan goes to Bien Juanillo, but that's a block point courtesy of Tina Calia. There's been some better responses at the blocking department. Not much room for Juanillo to operate there. 1-2 won't work. Yolan goes to Rhea, using the blockers for another point. From the back, won't go, but it's out still. Would have been a great opportunity para kay Abby Noval had it went in, but it did not. So this is the biggest lead of Caloocan so far in this set. What an attack from Tinekalia to cut the lead down to 2. Middle activated again. That goes in. An ace secured by Abby Noval. And she has finally reached double figures yet again. 2 consecutive games in Quezon Convention Center with at least 10 points. But Juanillo, on the other hand, sumusubok din na gumawa ng impact towards getting this game in. Miscom from the Lady Knights is a point for the AM Spikers. A block or not, as Manukay scores. Slowly but surely, both of the teams just slowly given a bit more para sa kanilang kupunan.
Now serving for the Lady Knights, Divine Cortez.
Now Divine Cortez is going to be at the line. Serve specialist. Now they go for a running attack. Manukay struggles. Another free ball so far. Orpiano goes low. An attacking error from San Juan. But Caloocan up by 2. 8-6 in set number 3.
Checks, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Back here at the Lucena Convention Center, this is the 2025 Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. Now, as the San Juan Lady Knights suit up for their final game, veteran leader Tony Nitura reflects on what it meant to guide a young team through a difficult season. Now, for Tony, the seniors' role was clear. Kailangan natin kausapin sila, i-remind, i-guide para hindi sila mawala. Now, she made sure that the team stayed connected, focused, and grounded, especially in the tough moments. Now, what drives her now is pride. Alam namin kung saan kami nanggaling, mga pinaghirapan namin, yun yung mga pinangahawakan ko. And even when the team stumbled, quitting was never in her vocabulary. Hindi porket na down ang team, pababayaan na. Kailangan may magsa-step up. Lahat kami dapat. Now for Tony, the last game is about showing the younger players what San Juan Volleyball stands for. Ayokong natatalo. Kailangan tibayan ng loob, tulungan ang isa't isa. And today, she plays with the pride of every battle that she's ever fought. Back to you, Jong and Hans.
Maraming salamat, Fiona. That is Tony Nitura, the star of that report. Just hates losing. And the competitive spirit of the seniors is being showcased by San Juan right now. They lead 2 sets but are down in this specific set by 2 after that Evo Orpiano shot right in the middle. That will be Eve's first point in this game. Raslan has been on a roll on that side of the floor. So after being scoreless for the first 2 sets, better late than never mula kay Susan Raslan. Monilio covers. They give it back to the hot hand. Still alive. Zan tested off angle. Eyeing was blocked. Orpiano goes power. And that was more than enough to get a point para sa Lady Knights.
Now serving for Juan.
Orpiano gets point number 2. Free ball para sa San Juan. Noval naman. Slight change for them. There's a free ball right back. What turned out to be a broken play was even better para kay Rhea Manalo. That was just enough to be the power spike presented by Smart Power All 99. Load now. Rhea loading that one up to increase the lead up to 2. Noval wanted to do the same thing. Raslan had the right idea. No one in that front after the blockers jumped. Pero hindi pa rin gagana yon as they will lose a point and San Juan closes in. Raslan. Block touch. Play continues. Both teams at the back are diving. Jolan. Torreya. Look at them going for it. Just the trust on Rhea Manalo delivers yet again a point for Caloocan. Captain Oval just wanted a quick word with our first referee. And I think they're going to take note of it quite quickly already. We're obviously trying to figure out what the situation is like since our second referee has also joined in. But play action will now continue. Attack again. Nobody home to get that. As Noval, quick on her response. The only player scoring in double figures para dito sa San Juan Lady Knights. I believe she now has 11. Looking to end this with a sweep in sets. Jolan goes to Rhea. And what an attack. Just those angles na nahahanap nitong si Manalo. And Jolan doing a really great job in activating Rhea. Perfect set for a perfect spite for a point. Manukay goes short. Free ball awarded. Cortez will not have enough angle for that, so this will be a point para dito sa Caloocan as they are now the ones building a little bit more comfort sa kanilang kalamangan. Noval suffers the same fate, unfortunately. It's been a cold spell sa San Juan dito sa kalagitnaan ng ating set 3. No need for the blockers on that. Here goes, soft touch. Monilio attacks, no go. Noval other side. Doon si Susan. Free ball given away by the AM Spikers. Them screaming Rhea's name again. And that was Duval finding the spot at the back. It's been Noval, Ecalia, and Norpiano doing the heavy lifting on offense for their team. Speaking of that person, Ivian gets another point para sa San Juan. Still not the most easiest of approach. There's a point taken over. La Serna overcooks the reception. Jolan to Juanilio, and that goes out. And that is 3 straight points. San Juan with a combination of attacks and errors na kanilang naibigay sa San Juan. Rallying back into this game. Manalo wins that mid-air joust. Manalo's not gonna let them continue anymore. It's a 3-point advantage para sa Caloocan.
Projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusop.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Also powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our media partner Smart Sports in Puso, Pilipinas. You are still watching the MPVA Season 2. That's Eve Orpiano doing everything they can to make a sweep definitely possible. And nobody home to get that block ricochet. Galing kay Zonsi Dahab. Great read from both Dahab and Juanilio to challenge that attack. And they will not be able to get it across. And Manalo scores another point. Caloocan looks to pull away and will be listening in to Coach Bernie Crisologo.
Tapos pag angat ni Maila, pumasok ka. Tama, kasi magsa-service ka, di ba? O, alam niyo na ha, 3 strikers tayo. Habulin natin. Pag angat ni Maila,
Again, from the report of Fiona Bacani a while ago about Tony Nitura's leadership, she may not be part of the 6 on the floor right now, but the seniors have had a really important role and given some experiences para dito kina Divine and to Evian Orpiano. But that's another. Ecalia can't break the cold streak. Dahab's on a roll defensively. That's another block point para kay Zonsi Dahab. Ecalia goes out, but that was a block touch secured. So with that, Ecalia is gonna close it back to within 5 points. Babalik din itong si Balingit. They go to the back. Activates Casey right away, but at least they get this chance ball. Need to be kept alive. Orpiano gets it across. Juanillo won't go. Difficult sets for them so far. Orpiano. Nobody in the air to block Idian. Just all alone, going for that, looking to unleash 2 straight points. Manalo grazes the net. Orpiano na naman. Dalawang regalo para kay Dahab. Won't be able to convert. San Juan scrambling on their offense, but doing a great job on those block coverage. Orpiano is blocked. By who else? Dahab does it again. Majority of Dahab's points in this game have come from the blocking department. A free ball awarded again for Caloocan. Noval was there. Oh, that's a misplay. Galing sa AM Spikers. Or should I say sa Lady Knights. And they will be talking things through again.
Kasi para makapag-open si Casey, tapos 4 siya, no? Ha? Habulin natin, ha? Tara. Tara, ha? Esay, kailangan kita mapalita kasi para mahabol natin. Yung positioning.
So in order, yung game plan ni Coach Bernie Cresologo, she's gonna be sitting Ivian Orpiano out for now. Also commending that she's been doing a good job dito sa laban na ito. Coach Bernie Cresologo very happy with her performance. It's just that they needed some of the closers to be here. But Susan's keeping it open. So Raslan has contributed 4 points in this third set alone. Scoreless in the first 2. We go to Balingit. Lacerna was there. Free ball awarded. Great coverage by Caloocan so far. And for Raslan, puts her at 5. Just one an outing mula kay Susan Raslan. An awakening in set number 3. Right place at the right time. Balingit does not get the back. An error from Casey puts Caloocan at set point. And this is such a comfortable lead para sa AM Spikers. Dahab closes it out. This game is not over just yet. Dahab's defense, Susan's offense, Raslan and Dahab combines. This is a ball game and Caloocan takes the set.
Pilipinas, handa na ba kayong mamangha at mabighani sa ganda ng aming lalawigan? Kaya ano pang hinihintay nyo? Samahan nyo akong libutin to. Tara na sa Quezon! bahagi ng Luzon matatagpuan ang probinsyang may malawak at mayamang anyong tubig. Maraming lugar ang unti-unti nang nakikilala dahil sa mga nakamamangha nitong karagatan, waterfalls, beaches at iba pang mga destinasyong dinarayo na ng mga turista mula sa iba't ibang lugar. Tiyak na mapapawaw ka sa mga white sand beaches na paboritong puntahan ng mga local at foreign beach lovers. Bukod kasi sa puting buhangin, mapapansin rin ang malinis nitong kapaligiran na plus point sa mga bumibisita. Marami rin ang nabibighani sa nagagandahang rock formations at sa makapigil hininga.
An awakening galing kina Raslan at kay Dahab, working on offense and defense respectively, is what places this game at a 2-1 advantage para sa San Juan. Caloocan taking a set away from them. It's such a really comfortable and commanding fashion. Raslan, that's been her spot so far, being activated by Rica Jolan. And I think this is also one of those games that there were minimal amounts of error na nagawa nitong Caloocan, and that has really placed them in a very comfortable position to take this. Just look at this. The attacks have finally sided the lead of Caloocan. The blocks were even there, and I believe all three of those ay galing kay Zone C Dahab alone. The opposing errors is really what killed San Juan's chances of getting back into this game, which is quite unfortunate for them dahil 10 yung kanilang ibinigay compared to only 4 of Caloocan. So San Juan really needs to at least polish things all together. Pero ang maganda naman dito ay nakapagpahinga ng bahagya itong si Tony Nitura and Casey Balingit, who weren't really part or wasn't really involved that much in set number 3. And San Juan is hoping that both of those players can get their second wind to finish this game off. But for the entirety of the orange shirts, the second wind should be from all of them to take us all the way to a 5th set. You're still watching the MPVA Season 2. This is the last game of both of these squads. And both of them definitely saying that they are very much willing to go 100%. No regrets. Nothing at all for this squad. Duval goes again. No one to block. And that is an opening that is likely from Abigail Duval. Duval already with 13 points. Again, a double-digit effort. But that was also because during the Negros and San Juan fight, it reached the 3rd set. And for San Juan, you're probably gonna feel a little bit of exhaustion playing 9 sets in almost 24 hours. And that's another ace secured by Raslan this time. Really putting on a show in the latter portions of this game. 6 for Raslan. Again, I have to repeat, she was scoreless in the first 2 sets. But it was better late than never. Except for that serve, which ties it all up.
Now serving for San Juan, Maymalik.
Here goes. Ledesma has been utterly quiet in this game so far. Monillo doing a great job defensively. Manalo attacks. That goes out, and a point will be awarded para sa San Juan. They go to Juanillo. There was a block touch. Noval goes power. Both Ikalia and Noval had their hand on the ball. Still Caloocan doesn't falter until a bit of English nagaling dito kay Nitura. 4-2 in favor of San Juan so far. Lamang din ang San Juan ng isang set kontra sa Caloocan, 2-1. And Ekalia makes it 5-2 San Juan.
Finally, still serving for the Lady Knights.
Yulan goes to Bien. Attack the back. Converts yet again. That is Abby Noval. Ever so reliable.
Number 5, Tara in.
Bien Juanillo is going to be stepping back. And Nieva right here. It is 6 serving 2. Free ball for Caloocan. Ledesma goes strong this time. After being a little scoreless over set number 3. Activated more. It is now 3 serving 6. Set did not go so well for Myla. An error para sa San Juan. At panibagong puntos yan para sa Caloocan, inching closer within 2. 4-6 still in favor of San Juan here in set 4. Manalo. Great job from Torzar to keep that ball in. Melendres. Look at the might from Raslan trying to keep that alive. But Noval making it so difficult for Caloocan to continue.
For the Lady Knights.
15 points para kay Noval. Looking to close this one out. Pero Nitura missing on that serve yet again.
For the A respecters, William Manalo.
Noval from the center. That will not go. The ball goes long, but the lead is shorter in distance for Caloocan to chase. Noval goes a little soft, and Melendres ready for the action. And Caloocan ties it all up with San Juan in set 4. Until Rhea Manalo chooses unintentionally to give the ball and the lead to San Juan. It is a 1-point lead for the Lady Knights.
Projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
You are still watching the 2025 Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. Now, after losing the previous set to Caloocan, Aying gathered the team together before heading back into the game. Umangat ang laro nila, sabi niya. Wag natin hayaan na mangyari yun. Pangunahan na natin. Malayo pa biyahe natin, marami pa magtatrabaho at magpapahinga bukas. Wag natin sayangin ang opportunity na andito tayo ngayon. Sipagan na natin, compose lang at kaya yan. Now, coach reminded these girls also of what they needed to do. Bumalik sa first and second set na ipinakita. Huwag makakampante. Binigyan na niya ng break yung ibang players at ngayon, composure na sa loob ng court pagbalik. Wala na raw ibang choice kundi ipanalo na ito. Balik sa inyo, Jong and Hans.
No other option but a win. And that is exactly what not only San Juan but also Caloocan's trying to prove here. Maraming salamat, Fiona Bacani, for that report. But for that one, I believe it was Nieva scoring another. Tying it all up once more. Ekalia. No blockers available for that one. Tin scoring a point. Giving yet another para sa kanyang koponan. As the other double-digit scorer para sa kanila sa ngayon. Ooh. Ruthless. Balingit. Napakaganda ng buwelo sa gitna. Full swing. Para kay Balingit sa ngayon. And an ace happens yet again. Ekalia giving San Juan a really hard time. Or should I say giving Caloocan a tough time as Lacerna was out of position. Balingit was there. She goes for the attack. Lacerna was the target again. And San Juan boosts up to 4-point lead. What a spike from Balingit. What reach and height. With all her might, let's listen in on Caloocan.
Golang pa.
Not a lot of conversations, but just Coach Mike given a little motivation para kay Lacerna, who's been at the losing end of those spikes and serves. Really want to showcase that she can contribute. Jolan keeps it alive. Lacerna would have wanted to get it across. But that makes 5 straight points para sa San Juan sa ngayon. Can they find something here? Jolan tosses to Susan. They go to Casey. What a block. Dahab goes to work again. Zosie Dahab has had such a good read on a lot of the defensive schemes and rotations nitong Caloocan. One of the major reasons why they've kept it close. But Balingit is the reason why San Juan is pulling away. Balingit now has 7, and Manukay serves. Power shot from Raslan. Nobody home mula sa San Juan to get that. And this is your power spike presented by Smart Power All 99. You gotta load now. A gap on the defense means a point for Susan Raslan. Manalo can't get it. Ball goes out, and a block point is awarded to San Juan. Was Balingit holding off a little stronger. She's at the service line. That time, that ball goes out yet again. So a mix of errors and some attacks blocked by San Juan as they have a 6-point advantage heading into the final stages of the fourth.
Plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusokey.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Also powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our medium partner Smart Sports in Puso, Pilipinas. Here's the Watching MPVA Season 2. Ang liga para sa lahat. And that was Angge Ledesma getting a point to stop Caloocan's bleeding in the scoring department. Ledesma gets a bit of a breather. You sense the frustration in that spike. Konting gigil na dagdag. Another free ball awarded. Netura. Tapon agad nitong si Rhea. Nuval uses left. Quite unlikely. But an error once again. Mula kay Nieva places San Juan up by 6. The Lady Knights in a really great position to finish this one off as an ace from Myla Lim makes things so much harder for their team.
Score is 18 serving 11.
Ball goes out that time, so
Service goes out.
Caloocan will be getting a point here.
Now serving for the AM strikers, Angge Ledesma.
Jolan was there. Noval. Ruslan recovers. Nobody to get the second ball. But Angge was there to set. Lipat kay Myla. Caloocan diving for that. And that was a bomb. Detonating from that Rhea Manalo spike. Using it off the blockers. Manalo, the only player so far mula sa Caloocan that has scored in double figures, as another service error has been committed so far.
Tony Mitura now serving for the Lady Knights.
Mitura gets it in. Ball given away to San Juan. Great approach, attempt, and that works para kay Dara Nieva. Great underhand set mula kay Susan Raslan. Getting a bit of that right away. At si Nieva, nagawa niya din ng paraan to make it more difficult for San Juan to receive that. To Nieva. They get another chance. Dahab at the best contact there. But that was going to be an attempt secured mula kay Abby Noval. Dahab admits na siya ang may last touch. And Noval has 16 points in this game. Not the best first ball there. Balingit tosses it up yet again. That's a mistake from San Juan. And Caloocan will be getting yet another point. Slowly but surely. Ekalia uses the blockers. The arc goes out. And Nieva unable to get to that in time.
Number 24, Myla Lim out. Number 4, Jathan Sabas in. Team Ekalia now serving for San Juan.
Ekalia's had 7 points over the last 3 sets. Raslan can't seem to find it. Balingit. Manalo with a nice looking spike. Finding a bit of that. And you start to see them having fun here. Just really making the most of their opportunity as we speak. Manalo, one of the homegrown talents of Caloocan. Paving the way for them so far. Ball kept in action. Manalo again. Might be a free ball. Not so much, because it will be another point for Caloocan. And they're slowly inching away, just like what happened in the previous sets. Let's listen in on San Juan. Coach Bian Juanilio, or should I say for Coach Bernie Cresologo rather. Not much has to be said. All of the blue shirts understand that they are 4 points away from getting this game over. Pero 4 na puntos lang din naman ang hinahabol ng Caloocan, and they have maybe found their second wind here. But not with KC Balingit flying freely in the air. Solid approach from Balingit. A major reason why she has been one of the leading scorers of this team. Balingit attempts. Shika Torrea. Lots of movement from both of the teams. Trying to keep it in play. And what a joust. That was won by Ledesma. Keeping it at a 4-point advantage still. Tura straight up. Ball still in play. Second try. Lacerna was ready. Balingit. Double block won't go. Shika Torrea falls short. Four touches. Wala kay Espinosa. So that means Jolan is gonna be heading back into action as they try to rally so far dito sa labang ito. Manalo way too low on that attempt. And this marks San Juan already at match point. The best timing there. Free ball para sa San Juan. And Noval is gonna finish things off for San Juan, ending this season on a high. 17 for Noval to wrap up the Lady Knights season over Caloocan, who has also managed to fight and giving a valiant effort to make this an interesting match. But San Juan, too much in power, too much in the offense. And San Juan Lady Knights, DHTSI, will be the victors, 3-1. This will be the last time that we will see both of these teams for this season. We sure hope that we can see more of them sa mga darating pa. Not the result that they've wanted, not the trajectory of the season, but that both of these teams hope for. But the only way that both Caloocan and San Juan can go is up. And that is the mindset that they'll be having. It's 25-14, 25-23, 15-25, and 25-18. San Juan Lady Knights DHTSI with a win in their last game of the season.
Pilipinas, handa na ba kayong mamangha at mabighani sa ganda ng aming lalawigan? Kaya ano pang hinihintay nyo? Samahan nyo akong libutin to. Tara na sa Quezon! Sa katimugang bahagi ng Luzon, matatagpuan ang probinsyang may malawak at mayamang anyong tubig. Maraming lugar ang unti-unti nang nakikilala dahil sa mga nakamamangha nitong karagatan, waterfalls, beaches at iba pang mga destinasyong dinarayo na ng mga turista mula sa iba't ibang lugar. Tiyak na mapapawaw ka sa mga white sand beaches na paboritong puntahan ng mga local at foreign beach lovers. Bukod kasi sa puting buhangin, mapapansin rin ang malinis nitong kapaligiran na plus point sa mga bumibisita. Marami rin ang nabibighani sa nagagandahang rock formations at sa makapigil hiningang mga alon na perfect para mag-surfing. Hindi lang yan, meron ding mga lawa na pwede ninyong puntahan para mag-relax at mag-get together kasama ang inyong pamilya o barkada. Kung ikaw naman ay nature lover at mahilig sa mga thrilling adventures, maraming lugar sa Quezon ang maaaring puntahan na tiyak na ma-enjoy ninyo. Bukod sa mga tourist destinations, mayaman din ang lalawigan ng Quezon sa mga makasaysayang istruktura. Kabilang na ang Tayabas Provincial Capital na ngayon kilala bilang Quezon Provincial Capital. May mga simbahan rin sa probinsya na malaki ang ginampanang bahagi sa kasaysayan ng ating lalawigan na nagsisilbi ngayong bulwagan ng pananampalataya ng mga Quezonians. Makikita rin sa Quezon ang ilang mga ancestral houses na nagpapaalala sa mga naging buhay ng ating mga ninuno. Siyempre, hindi mawawala sa ating kultura bilang mga Pilipino ang pagkain.
It is San Juan winning against Caloocan in both their last game of the season. A solid effort mula sa Caloocan AM Spikers in bringing this into a 4-set match. Pero San Juan eventually got their groove right from the start up until the end. And our queen of the court has been Abby Noval. Very happy coming off her recent breakout performance of yesterday with 25 points. She now has a total of 15 attacks, 2 aces, and the veteran really showing why she is one of the best players nitong San Juan, leading them towards this victory. And we will have an opportunity, a chance to talk to Abby Noval, our queen of the court, together with our courtside reporter, Fiona Bacani.
Thank you so much, Hans and Jong. Now we are with our queen of the court, of course, none other than Abby Noval. Abby, back-to-back amazing games. Kahapon natalo kayo, ngayon it's a story of redemption. So congratulations. Anong nararamdaman mo na naipanalo niyo itong laban na to and you're ending a season on a very high note?
Sobrang grateful ko and sobrang saya ko kasi this time nakuha din namin yung panalo kahit sobrang hirap ng mga pinagdaanan namin para makalaro dito.
Alam ko naman marami rin kayong struggles, but congratulations once again. You've definitely played your heart out this entire season. Kaya naman on your last day, on your last game for this year's MPVA, paano mo gustong matandaan itong San Juan team?
San Juan team, the HTSI, matatandaan ko siya. Hindi lang as a team, kundi as a family talaga na tatatak sa puso ko. Sa loob ng court and sa labas. Ayun lang po.
Ayan, so congratulations once again, Abby Noval. Back-to-back straight amazing games. Congratulations once again to you and of course the rest of our San Juan Lady Knights, the HTSI. But before we leave, meron ka pa bang gustong batiin ng mga nanonood sa'yo, friends, family, supporters?
First of all, binabati ko yung boss namin na sumusuporta, management, si Ivan Claude, si Mami Rox, and number 1 na sumusuporta saan talaga dito, yung boss ko si Captain Serote. Belated happy birthday, mga family ko sa Laguna, yung partner ko si Renwa, and mga family ng teammates ko. Salamat po sa mainit na suporta sa amin.
Thank you so much again for the last time this season, but definitely not the last time for maybe the upcoming seasons. That's all from us over here. Once again, Abby Noval, our queen of the court. And that's all from us over here. Back to you, Hans and John.
Maraming salamat, Fiona, and you are right. We're manifesting that this is not the last time that we will see San Juan, one of the more competitive squads na nakita natin all throughout the season. They may be bowing out of a chance of making it into the Final Four, but just like what Abby Noval has done to one of our camera lenses, she has left the mark together with San Juan. And here are your Smarts Powered Up Plays, brought to you by Smart Only 5G. Only 85 pesos for 3 days. Download the Smart app and load now. Just like what I was talking about right from the start or right at the end ng ating laban, this was really one of the battles that both of the teams were really having their groove, and it really just mattered kung sino yung may mas pinakakonting pagkakamali from start up until the finish. We've noticed na nung first set, it was Caloocan committing 10 errors that really placed them in a bad position noong set number 1. Kaya kahit anong gana ng kanilang atake at depensa, those unforced errors have really toned down their momentum, in which pagdating naman ng set number 2 ay nabawasan nila ng paunti-unti. But we cannot deny the fact that Abby Noval and Tin Ecalia have been really huge players that contributed so well para sa kupunan ng San Juan, making it so difficult for Caloocan to make a return. But just as when we thought that this was going to be a sweep already para sa kupunan ng San Juan, Caloocan did not let up. There were major awakenings, specifically mula kay Zonsi Dahab, that was online mula sa kanyang depensa towards the net, getting at least 3 blocks out of the 5 points that she have scored in that third set. And also, itong si Susan Raslan, who was scoreless in the first 2 sets but has managed to also score 5 points. Pero lahat ng yon ay galing sa mga atake na kanyang ginawa from the open court. It brings them to a 25-15 set 3 win. But we all went back to how set 1 and set 2 goes as it was a traditional moment din para sa kupunan ng San Juan as soon as they had a really comfortable lead due to the errors na nakomit mula ng kupunan ng Caloocan from start up until the end. It was quite hard for them to make a return, and also with the chances that have been given to them na hindi nila na-convert ng todo. Eventually, Abigail Noval and Tinicalia came through to finish this game once and for all para sa kanilang huling laban ng seryeng ito at huling laban ng Season 2 ng MPVA. Still, kudos and GG's para sa ating dalawang parehas na teams as you're looking at a bit of the statistics right now. That's 80 to 90 in terms of the scoring output. The attacks, plus 10 para sa San Juan. Blocks, plus 4 para sa Caloocan. So maybe both teams, this was a battle on defending kontra sa attacking. But the aces lean towards the side of San Juan at nangyari din yun sa mga pinakahuling sandali ng set number 4, which made it so much painful for them. There were also a lot of errors committed by both of the teams moving forward, 31 and 28. Pero hindi natin maitatanggi that this was a really solid performance by San Juan, wrapping up the season against Caloocan. Ang susunod naman nating serye for the second match of this match day will be the Negros Immaculada Mega Wide looking to achieve Final 4 spot and clinching it kontra sa Marikina Lady Shoe Masters that looks to finish the season strong. In behalf of Fiona Bacani and Jong Panerio, my name is Hans Galeria. Magbabalik po ang MPVA Season 2.